Hello and welcome to Roleplay Rejects, where we play new and unusual tabletop role-playing games. This season we are playing City of Mist, a noir-style game where myths and legends inhabit human hosts, for better or for worse.
Nice, guys.
Yeah.
First,
That was great. Was it good for
it doesn't get better than
That's
that.
pretty good, yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Same time next week.
Misty,
Bye,
why
you
are you
guys.
looking at me like that?
You know why.
I have no idea.
Uh-huh.
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 But I don't know why.
It's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
Stevie and I helped a neighbor the
Oh,
other
yeah?
day.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It was actually kind of
Pog.
nice.
Like a Mr. Rogers type situation?
No, lady.
What?
I was gonna say her name.
Okay.
Redacted.
Redacted. It's just an older lady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I haven't really seen anyone else. I think she lives by herself.
Did you like shovel her walk or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There in
I
the
shoveled her driveway.
and-
Someone
That's cute.
I took our kid on a walk because I was like, I saw her outside sleeping off her deck,
Yeah.
her little porch, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go over there and casually be like, hey, you need help?
My kid loves shoveling snow.
Yeah. And so we did that. But
That's awesome.
as I was walking over there, literally there was like a 1 minute window. Her friend pulled up and she was there to help shovel, but we got our shovel and we're all working on it, and our kid was sitting on the porch swing, treating it like a real swing.
Oh, no.
Nice.
And so we had to keep on being like, no, sweetie, that's not what you do. You just kind of relax on there. She was so sweet. Damien came home and then he came over to help.
You know.
And then she gave us root beer.
Nice.
That's such
Seems
an
like
old
an
lady,
old lady
thing.
thing.
I love
It was
that.
so sweet. It was nice. And then she gave us was really money. Here.
Yeah, she was like, "Here, take this."
To the
and
point where it would have been kind of rude if we had been no
Yeah,
that many times.
I
but-
have a new outlook on that, because before I would be almost an asshole level of no, I do not want any of the money. I'm trying to just I don't know, do my good deed for the day or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mhm.
But that is kind of a dick move to do, because it's just I don't know how to express thanks, but here's money,
Yeah.
or here is gift, whatever. So just say obviously just be all no, you really don't have to do that.
But
But
if
then-
you're
And then
they're
if they keep
insistent,
forcing on it, yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
just say
Yeah, I'm on. Here's my hot take for the evening.
Okay.
I think people should just accept shit from people more often.
Yes.
Agreed.
I think we live in this weird time where it's and balance in all things. Thanos knew what he was talking about, right?
Yeah, you did.
But it's we live in a time where it's dude, who are you? If I want to express friendship, gratitude, fondness of someone through material means, who are you to say no? All right, why not? If I want to buy you soup, let me fucking shut up.
Dude,
You know what I'm saying? If I want to help you out, let me help you out.
I would accept your soup.
I appreciate
right,
that, man.
but,
Yeah.
but
That's why I
there,
fucks
but
with
there
you.
is that
Sure, don't be
social.
yeah,
we're
no, I
just
get
trying to
that.
help out a neighbor, you know.
Yeah, no, I get
We're
that.
not
I'm not
looking for
attacking
anything
you
in
guys in
return.
general, but
Yeah.
I've because we've all been in situations where we're
Oh no, you don't. Need
You
to
really
do that.
don't have to.
not
yeah.
even that, but
And then they're
on the opposite
"But I
end,
want
where you're
to." Please.
and maybe this is
Take
too on
this.
the nose, but even on the opposite end, when you're hey, Damien, let's go to dinner, and you're no thanks, I'm trying to save money, and you're oh, I got you, and they're no, I don't want you paying for my dinner. Fuck you, let me pay for you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Stuff like that. All right, so
No,
Yeah, I
that-
had to do
Say
that
it
with
louder for the
Browse.
people in the back.
I did that with you with bro.
you did do that with me and Browse.
Look at
that's
you went
fair.
to PAX.
There is
with some
obviously
slick
that
brows.
social dance that you have to do of the whole oh, let
Oh,
me
you
let me
don't-
pay for dinner. No, you don't have to do that. And then if they press more on it, then just
Yeah.
give up at that point and just be okay, yeah, thank you.
We
Yeah.
found
Or
a
fight to the
solution
death.
though.
Although I wish that social dance
I think that
wasn't
social
a
dance is.
thing.
I think it's. I do
dumb.
think it's stupid.
I do too.
If I it's one thing if we're I could only see that social dance if it's a place like dinner where we go to dinner and like I default to paying for dinner and you also default to paying, so we both reach for the check and we do this weird like I got it, no I got it. That kind of makes sense. But like it doesn't, like logically if you think about it, it doesn't make sense to refuse gifts from people.
Yes.
Generally speaking, right? Like if someone's like,
But then
hey, I
again-
like you, I saw this and it made me think of you. Please accept it. And you're like, nah, you don't gotta do that. Like, bitch, I know. sorry. But like, I know I don't have to do
In the
that.
same vein,
We're
us
giving blood.
shoveling her walk would be is our gift to her. Like,
Exactly.
Mhm.
We're
For
just trying to
sure.
be a
Yeah.
good neighbor.
Mhm.
For sure. But
but
on
the
her
weird
end, it's something
dances-
that she can't do on her own,
Mhm.
potentially, right? And so in her mind, it's like, how do I express how grateful I am?
Yeah.
We figured
Here's
it out
this,
though,
right?
Oh, we did kind
Yeah.
of figure out the cheat code for it because she gave us money
But it
for
snowed
doing
again.
that. It snowed again, and some other like teenagers or something were going around and like shoveling people's walkways. So we
Mhm.
gave that money
Classic.
To
to
them.
them so that then they could shovel her walkway. so we didn't have
Nice.
to
Good
do it.
job.
Giga brain.
Yeah, honestly, it worked out so well, and then we didn't have to shovel her walk again. They had
Yeah.
2 snow shovels. We
That's
did not.
awesome.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just had
That's
regular.
what-
They were
shovels.
so
Good on,
so
good on
smart.
them. Young
And then-
go-getters.
Yeah.
Dude,
We just gave them.
I did
some
that
of their,
so much when I was a kid.
We gave us, and we're like, here, take some of our salt because we have a sidewalk. That's what we have.
Mhm.
We don't need a lot of salt, but they don't really have salt in small amounts.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It's like just a
so we're
bucket.
like, here, take some of this salt, put it on our fucking driveway and stuff. Thanks. Here's money.
That's
That
so
she gave
smart.
us.
Money.
yeah.
I love that you guys did that.
So it worked out.
Yeah. When I was
And
a
we
kid.
got to do the classic, like, neighborhood kids
Mhm.
shoveling
Mhm.
people's
Yeah.
stuff.
When I was a kid, we would go just like down the street, shoveling everyone's walks and like hoping that they saw and like, oh, I know this one gives us candy. Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, this one will give us a couple bucks. Like, yeah. We
I
were
would do
little
gardening stuff.
entrepreneurs back in the day.
Nice.
I remember one person gave us $20 and a fudgesicle.
Nice.
So it
That's
was
really
nice.
good.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I
She was
remember
really sweet.
I saw online it was like basically these kids have been doing like shoveling snow and everything for
Mhm.
like a couple years. So they made like a little advertisement thing for it, and it's like satisfaction guaranteed or double your snow back.
That's great.
That's funny.
So think about snow, City of Mist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a perfect
We can't
segue.
Snow.
yet. The music hasn't started.
That's fine. We'll move
What
it.
is
in post.
snow but really
I'm
cold rain?
stressed.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Y'all
hard
are
to
about to
You're
die.
stressed. You don't have a bag and gag.
do.
Yeah, I'm not.
Ew.
Yeah.
What?
like that.
What? That's what.
That's what it
That's
is.
what
He's
happened.
been gagged and bagged.
Stop.
Oh.
Stop it.
What?
All right.
Stop it.
He's
You
been-
had to take it.
He's
No.
been kidnapped.
Yeah, he's been
Okay, so I'm gonna set the scene real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Not really set the scene
The
in this
professor
moment. I'm just
is
gonna
trying to
give
scream.
the what's happened. So
How would you describe how the professor?
Yeah,
is
let's hear
looking
the
right
MC's monologue.
no, it's not gonna be like a monologue.
I just imagine God looking down on his people and recounting one story in particular.
It would just be like, man, look at these idiots.
Yep.
No, I don't think you guys are idiots. But
Uh-huh.
no, I really don't. I think you guys play things so much differently than how I imagine them to go. So like, I really I couldn't even say that, right? Like, even if you weren't doing things that made sense to me, like they always end up making sense. So it's just weird. But last episode, what had happened was you guys left the area where you had found Goldie, and moved over to a newer looking shack that held a mannequin. Alex was trapped in there for a second, but did find out that this mannequin looked exactly like Ellie Woodworth. He chopped his way out with an axe that he created from his bracelet, and you guys moved on towards what looked to be like Olivia's brother. But as you guys got closer, you noticed that there were two things kind of diverting your attention. One was a desert oasis looking area that you had noticed before. There seemed to be the end of the truck tracks that you had been following previously, as well as like a mound in the ground. And then obviously the allure of Olivia's brother. You guys decided to split the party, and Olivia and Professor Alexander Cross went to the funhouse area where they saw Olivia's brother go in. The other two, Alex and OP, went over to the desert oasis. Of note, there is also math rock playing near this oasis that OP was able to pick out. Everybody else heard it, but they're not as much of music nerds, so they didn't really think much of it. While at the desert oasis, they were investigating. OP found that there was a truck. Well, you guys knew that there was a truck behind, but that the truck itself was a Woodworth Builders truck. There was a gun that was missing a bullet, and a couple other clues that happened there. Alex
I got robbed.
got robbed of his bracelet after hearing some hammers in the distance, or a hammer, when he looked through the mist. That's not something that's inherently being heard throughout the park right now. But he is currently in the middle of a chase towards, I guess, the thief who's running away from him.
Who is Danny DeVito?
Who is Discount Danny DeVito. OP is still at the truck area. Then we have the professor and Olivia. They went into the fun house. There was not a lot of fun to be had. As they went through a mirror tunnel, the professor was snatched and a bag was thrown over his head, and is now currently being dragged. Who knows where? Olivia tried to go back to try and find him or catch a glimpse of who took him, but was unable to, and is now currently back in the mirror room, breaking dishes. Did I miss anything major?
You said breaking dishes?
Uh-huh.
What is that reference?
It's a Rihanna song.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry for not getting it.
She's breaking glass.
She needs Rihanna, if you're listening.
Please come out with a new album.
Please. You're doing great things for fashion, and you're doing great things for makeup, but please. We
And you're
need
doing
more Rihanna.
okay things for movies. So,
What?
she was.
Why you gotta be like that?
Yeah, she was okay.
We're gonna
Listen.
get canceled. We're done. We're done.
If I get canceled by Rihanna,
she's still a triple threat.
listen.
Yeah, she is.
Get over it.
So,
That's all I want.
also,
No, he needs to get over it.
last game, I got my third point of attention
Me too.
in
Oh,
gig work.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to add a power tag. Does that make sense to do right now?
Sure.
Or okay,
Pop off, King.
power tag I would like to add to gig work is a Swiss Army knife, saying that I've got a little like multi-tool in my pocket that I've forgotten about until now.
Be like that.
But
Honestly, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
still have your school bag with you.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Like, what if it was in your backpack?
yeah,
That's why you
exactly.
forgot.
It's in the bottom of my backpack.
Like underneath all of your crumpled homework.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doritos.
Yep. Exactly. Cool. All right.
I also have a thing. I got it 2 games ago, but I didn't do it. Was the attention marks in Clean Up the Streets.
Mhm.
And I picked one. I want to do. I can add the. I think it's a tag. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it's a tag. It's getting good at this. And basically, I pick one of the thingies.
Oh, it's a theme improvement, is what it's called.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I didn't prepare at all
What is the theme? So what? I wrote that in my power tag section.
Did you get 3 attention as well?
for mental illness.
Oh, no.
Gang, 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 gang.
Shout out.
But I didn't prepare.
Would you like to?
What do you want me to explain mine really slowly so you have time?
Yeah, we have time. Go ahead.
Getting good at this. I choose one of the core moves. It says choose
Struggle.
a core move that best represents your most common course of action on your mission.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever you use it with tags from this theme, which is cleaning up the streets,
Mm-hmm.
it's dynamite. Which I think
Oh,
would, because you don't use like tags for look through the mist.
Mhm.
I think the two things I've been doing a lot is looking through the mist and investigating.
Mhm.
And since looking through the mist doesn't really make sense, I would like to do that for investigate.
Yeah,
Cool. That's what I do as
So-
mine,
sounds good.
my theme improvement. And now
So
I
does
erase
that
my
mean
attention.
that every time
it's
you
when
roll
I
an investigate roll, it is dynamite, period?
if
Or-
I use any of the
Roll
tags from clean up the streets, which essentially yes,
Mhm.
because I have alert and police connections there, which I usually use when investigating.
Right.
So
Cool.
yeah, probably.
So
And
it's
then
an automatic
dynamite.
12.
Is that how it always works, or is it is that how it works, or is it if I roll 12 or above, it's then dynamite?
That's how it works, yes.
Okay.
I
then-
know I was asking you, but now I am telling you.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry.
Cool. Yes.
Yeah.
I hope that's not like awful.
Why would that be awful?
I don't know.
That seems cool to me.
I don't know which one of the struggle theme improvements makes the most sense for me.
Pick them all.
Because I was thinking, you can't break me, but I don't really face danger that often.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the professor being dragged away is breaking my spirit quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's once per scene when you face a danger that would break your spirit. You can trade a miss result for a 7 through 9. But
That's really good.
That probably
is really good.
I would, and maybe this is wrong.
I'll be
There's-
honest, I feel like this is about like character wise, it was gonna break her.
I also feel
But
like
this might be like
I guess it depends if this is facing danger, right? Which I guess it could be if you go out looking for him. I feel like because this game is very mechanics forward, I like, and feel free to tell me like you disagree with this, and then I'll shut my pie hole. I would look for things that mechanically make sense to your character, and then you can build a narrative around that. Because it would suck
none
to
of
pick
these mechanically make sense.
not
so
even
I
the
do
third one.
want to read off face danger.
Going through the motions.
When you use your abilities to avoid an incoming hit, endure harm, resist a malign influence, or hold it together, the MC or player will name a status with its tag and tier. Roll plus power. 10 plus, you fend off the effect, take no status at all. 7 to 9, you take a status, but with -1 tier. On a miss, you take the full status. So what that tells me then is that your current status of hyper focused, you're probably like trying to hold it together, so you're not. I don't know. I think it might just be related to that,
I think it definitely could.
or like resisting a scared
Yeah.
status or something.
I just think something you're going to use, because it would suck to pick it up and not use it. Is all I'm trying to say.
None of this is stuff that I've ever really used. I don't know what a core move is.
It's
A
all
core
of
move.
it's
Any
all
of
of
the
them.
moves that you make.
Any
Oh.
mechanical move we make. Yeah, I literally had the same question. I just realized it shortly ago.
So change the game, convince, face danger, go toe to toe,
Okay.
You got
hit with all you
Choose a
got,
co-
investigate, look beyond the mist,
So
sneak
choose
around.
a core move that best represents how you cope with your struggle. Whenever you make this core move with tags from this theme, it's dynamite.
So I do want to clarify what dynamite means.
I know mine.
Your critical hits are locked.
Mhm.
If you choose something like that, you choose a core move, and now that core move has its critical hit unlocked. So if you get 12 plus, each one of these core moves apparently has something extra that you get if you roll.
Okay,
dynamite
but it
for
doesn't guarantee the 12 plus.
It does not
No.
guarantee.
You still have to roll the 12.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so then the tag would just be going through the motions?
It's a theme
It's
improvement.
your
Theme
theme. So every
improvement.
time, I did the same thing because my improvement is called getting good at this, but it's literally the same thing you just read. My theme for that is cleaning up the streets, and I picked investigate. So every time I investigate with a
Oh.
tag from cleaning up the streets, it's dynamite.
I forgot about the third page.
Because on the back of our theme cards is where you write down improvements.
Oh, that's where that goes.
I don't have. It's the fourth page. Because I don't have that.
Yeah, I also have 4 pages.
I guess I've just been ignoring the fourth page.
I have as well.
Like it's just not in existence. I don't know where it is.
Oh, never mind. I still have it. I just not looked at it at all.
I'm sure I have it. But that's what I'm gonna do.
What core move?
I don't know.
What theme? What theme is it?
Struggle.
Struggle. Thank you.
I'm going through the motions.
Did you want to know like what dynamite means for change the game or for
Yes.
Okay. So with change the game, you get 3 new effects that you can choose. So on a 12 plus, you get a minimum of 3 juice, and you can choose to activate any more or any of these by spending 1 juice. Large scale effect. Scale up a single effect to a large scale or make it affect a large group. Permanent effect, make a single effect permanent or be able to use one of your effects to remove or reduce a permanent effect.
Oof. Okay.
Or mist hidden, so you can make a single effect mist hidden. The mist itself conspires to hide the existence of this effect even from other rifts.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
For convince was the other one that you were looking at.
Mhm.
The tier of the stick status you give the target equals power plus 2. To avoid it, the target must change their agenda, as in a 10 plus, but in addition, the target must take a tier 2 temporary status of your choice representing the influence, such as indebted, convinced, friendly, blah, 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 blah. Its tag cannot be the same as that of the stick status. So basically, when you convince, I guess you're supposed to like give a status to them, but in this, it's like scaled up or extra.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do feel like I should go with convince because it is what I've used it for most.
You also read the dynamite ones for investigate.
For investigate,
I picked it without reading it at all.
investigate.
I'm standing by it though.
Investigate dynamite. If your move is dynamite on a 12 plus, your investigation reveals a key detail. The MC will reveal the most valuable detail in the scene that your
Ooh.
investigation could reveal. You can then use your clues to ask follow-up questions or other questions as usual.
Neato.
So that one just does sound like a standard critical hit kind of an effect.
For Stevie, if you want to do convince, you can, but I don't think it necessarily has to be the move that you use the most often. I think it could make sense if you did just whichever one makes the most sense for what you're thinking Olivia would gain, right?
Change
because
the game makes more sense
to me. Me too, but she's your character, right? Because like in my mind, it would be like the next unlock in your power. It would make sense that maybe now you can do it on more people potentially.
Yeah,
or
that's what kind of sold me on that. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. We can
like,
convince more than one
unfortunately,
person.
you are still suffering, and therefore you can inflict extra suffering on other people. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. But
misery loves
don't let
company.
me.
And picking change the game because that's kind of once you started reading the descriptions of dynamite, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Also, if you give a permanent status to someone like that, does that mean that one, they have
They
like
probably
a
just
phobia,
have a new fear of something.
and does that also mean though that you have recurring nightmares?
Ooh.
Potentially.
Maybe.
I could see it being that way. Potentially.
Potassium.
I feel like at a certain point I would be desensitized to them though.
And that's why you're going through the motions.
We've come
maybe.
full circle. The name of the episode.
Actually.
Okay, so we've settled what our essentially level ups are. Did I miss anything major in the recap?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I would like the monologues
Oh.
of Olivia and Professor Alexander Cross.
Do you want to go first? Oh, actually, I can go first with mine.
Great monologue.
Thanks.
Wow.
It can be an internal one. That's okay.
I think that would be best for the professor if it was internal. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to?
I don't
Not the
even
other way.
know what to say. Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
So, Well, I was just a child when I did had that fun house incident happen. But it's not so bad after all. It's just simple mirror tricks and whatnot. I'm actually quite sure that Sun Tzu used some of these kinds of strange tactics and some of his escapades, but it does not necessarily mean that there's anything to fear. Yes, this will be fine. But Olivia finding this crawl space though. I haven't had to crawl around for quite some time, but I'm sure my knees will hold up. Okay. It's kind of strange to have a tunnel made of mirrors. It seems a little bit, well, not very well thought out. I mean, after all, you're in such a tight area that the mirrors don't really provide much. Your whole personage kind of occupies most of the space. Ah! Uh, I've been being dragged back. As it's just I don't know what to do at this point. A gag in my mouth as well. Perhaps I can no, that won't work. That won't work. What is it? Run, then hide, then fight. I'll attempt to fight back. After struggling for a little bit, I assume no effect there.
Yeah.
Where would this individual even be taking me? Hopefully not to some other electrified bed, or I know Alex has been worried about bombs. At least I guess that would be a quick way to go. But there's got to be more to this, and that is his monologue.
So I'm just gonna start from when I realized that the professor was being dragged back, because I imagine he was like, blah, 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 like
Yeah.
externally
Yeah, he did.
said something before he was gagged, and
He said, "Ah!"
so
But more sounding like him.
Ah!
like
Thank you.
I'm like going backwards as fast as I can. I think about how I told him to fucking hold on to my ankle, but he didn't, because he just for some I'm just like mad that he didn't, because I don't think that it's anything that bad. And then when I get out and I don't see him, I'm like panicking. And so I'm like trying to find my way back, and I'm like constantly running into mirrors. And I'm yelling for him, but he's not yelling back. And I'm getting like really freaked out. And I'm panicking even further. And then I take out like the only tool I have on me, which is like the switchblade. And I'm like using I'm kicking the mirrors and hitting the mirrors with like the hilt of my switchblade. And I'm like trying to like find a path. And I'm kind of panicking. And I'm like continuously screaming for him, but he's never like responding. I'm getting like feeling more and more helpless. I'm just trying to find my way out of the mirror room, because I just don't know what else to do. There's no one else here that I know of, and I'm like desperately trying to find someone so I can just make them have the worst nightmare of their entire life in real time, so they'll let the professor go. But I can't find anyone. And so I'm just kind of in full panic mode. And I'll be honest, I've probably forgotten about my brother, as fucked up as that sounds. But, like, homeboy was just kidnapped. So, like, I'm just stressed out. And
Is this when you try calling him? I know you mentioned
I
that
do
last
want to
episode.
try calling him and listen for the sound.
You call him, and you can hear it kind of faint, but it's coming from outside somewhere.
I'm gonna call Alex. While I'm still like breaking mirrors, trying to find my way out. Because I don't know that he's wrapped up with this short guy.
Do you answer?
Oh no, I'm trying to think if I would notice.
If you're running after this guy,
I'm not sure I would notice with
Unless
my
there's
phone
a-
ringing, because my phone stays on vibrate. We could like I could 50, like, if it's cool with everyone else, I could 50-50 it. I could just roll, and on a 3 or lower, I don't realize it's ringing.
Honestly, it's kind of, as long as it's okay with Misty, that makes sense to me because sometimes you notice, sometimes you don't.
Sure.
I do not pick up. As a 1.
And that makes sense because I imagine you're full sprint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
I don't think I would notice. Like if I
It
was
would be
sprinting
like
after someone,
it'd have to be timed. There'd have to be a buzz.
I would be having
perfectly.
Yeah, or I would have to be wearing the tightest pants. NA. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Then I'm gonna try and keep calling the professor so I can try and follow the sound. Because I don't know what else to do. And if the sound ever stops, I'm probably gonna turn around and just and I can't find my way out of the mirrors.
You can't.
Then I'm probably just gonna turn around and try follow the broken mirrors back to the tunnel. Because what else am I gonna do?
Mhm.
I still have my brother to think about. I know he's not my brother, but I can't help shake the feeling that something happened to my brother.
Yeah.
It does also make sense that you would eventually just go forward because at this point that is the only way out. So in an effort to find Alexander, you would still want to go forward.
And since the mirrors didn't shatter, they just spiderwebbed.
It's just more chaotic.
There's even more chaos in this room, right? It's there's even more small images of yourself everywhere, and it didn't really expose anything that you weren't seeing before.
As I'm being dragged, can I feel so I imagine the floor feels a little bit different, in the mirror room versus in that one weird perspective kind of room versus outside. Can I kind of guesstimate where I'm at?
Yeah, so you have gone through the 7 levels of the candy cane forest. You've essentially gone back through all of the places that you were in the fun house, and you are feeling dirt. And as you were kind of thinking through where am I, you're able to kind of calm your mind for a second, hone in on what can you hear. And you hear yourself being dragged through some dirt. You hear yourself being dragged over wooden planks.
Oh no.
And then back onto dirt again.
What if it's just a mass grave and not a giant's grave?
That's terrifying.
Wow.
I think, and I don't know, I've never killed and then buried a bunch of people. I think mass graves tend to look pretty similar, but they are just extremely deep. But I could be wrong. But I don't know. But similarly, if someone didn't know that, you're just digging a hole, right? And throwing bodies in there. So maybe they're live.
Okay, so I have been dragged. I've attempted to fight. It is not working. I'm not a heavy person, but dragging a whole person does take a little bit. So I imagine it's kind of taking some time. Okay, I can.
Hold please.
Holding.
She's looking up the drag mechanic.
Breeze fire.
Yeah, it's taking a decent amount of time. Not average, what you would expect. It's not really slow. The person who's dragging you doesn't seem like they're struggling. But it definitely isn't. It doesn't feel like you're being
They don't feel exceptionally strong, per se.
Yeah, exactly. You don't feel like a rag doll.
Yeah.
But
Okay. So I have attempted to fight. It's not working. I am being actively dragged. There's no stops, so I can't try and break free again at that point. Can tell that we're outside, but the curiosity of where am I going, where are they bringing me to, I think is going to start to creep up. So I'm not gonna help them drag me, right?
Bro, I got it.
But I am gonna allow this to happen until I can get maybe identify where we're going.
okay. Yeah. It's around this same time that OP, you have just examined the revolver. You heard Alex yell.
Mhm.
What are you doing?
I think I'm gonna drop the revolver and try and chase after Alex. Half because I want to help him, half because I just don't want to be alone. This place is creepy.
Yeah, that's fair. So you start running after Alex, but he is significantly faster than
Oh
you.
yeah, he's quick, and I'm an emaciated little piece of yeah.
Jeez.
He's also in skinny jeans,
Mhm.
so it's
Yeah.
a little bit
I
restrictive.
look good. You see this chain?
True. Those
You got
things
the
were
rooster
sick.
tail.
The raccoon tails.
We're talking about very different
What is
things.
a raccoon tail?
It's just like okay, maybe this is just my thing. In my high school, it was really weird, but people would start keeping like they were like, you would either put them like just on your belt loops.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just I guess we were all furries. It was just really cool for a while to like have a raccoon tail hanging off. Some people would have too.
Okay.
And it wasn't like it was weird because you didn't go where a tail would. It's like if you were wearing pants, it would be like kind of
On the
over
side,
your
yeah.
right back
Yeah, like
pocket
a-
is where you would put them, and they were
Okay.
hip.
Okay, yeah,
And
no.
What's a rooster tail?
It's the same vibe. It's just usually like a bandana or something,
Mhm.
or like a lanyard that like you put in like your belt loop or your pocket. But then the rest like dangles
Hangs
out.
off. It's like a
Yeah.
fashion accessory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have
The raccoon
do that,
tails.
about
Oh.
the
I used to think
bandana.
I was so cool.
not like hanging off of a belt loop for style, but like in my back pocket, just because it was like nice to have sometimes.
Mhm.
Bandanas are useful. When
Yeah.
I was in Boy Scouts, like use those
I
all the
was
time.
We weren't allowed to have bandanas because of gangs, but
yeah, at school we weren't
um,
allowed to have them.
but we were
But-
allowed to have lanyards, and I had this really cool Pink Floyd one. That was so cool, you guys. You don't even
Is that
know.
why you're so obsessed with lanyards?
Maybe.
Okay.
I never thought about it, but yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Lanyards are just nice.
They're sick.
They're pretty cool, yeah.
Okay, so
So I am chasing
After me,
mhm.
who was
Alex,
chasing
but
Danny DeVito,
I am not fast.
and I'm
so-
faced.
Alex, you do eventually catch up to our Danny DeVito friend over here.
Over
Yeah,
here,
right there.
Damn, he's fast as fuck. Oh,
But you catch up to him, and you do what? Do you tackle him? Do you pull out your gun? Do you?
you know,
what's up?
maybe this is fucked up. This is my first ring because I think whatever. You know that thing? You ever do that thing where you someone's walking, you kick one of their feet so that it hits the other one, they kind of stumble.
Mm-hmm.
I do that, but like times 10, right? Like I'm running out like I kicked the shit out of his right foot so it smacks into his left
Like
foot.
slide tackle him.
Mm-hmm.
No, like I kick his foot
Yeah, to like trip him.
to trip him.
Yeah.
Has no one ever?
Yeah.
You've never seen that?
Yeah, like I was thinking like
Not like I
soccer
sli- no,
when
like
you,
I, like, just kicked the
slide
foot.
into it.
No, I just kicked the foot out of his right foot. It smacks into his left foot and he
That doesn't
falls.
really make
You
sense
kick
when
that
you're
hard
running.
It
enough?
absolutely does. I've done it to someone before. It's
Yeah,
That's
fucked
dude.
up.
awful.
Yes, it
That's
is.
fucked up.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
It is. I've done it too.
Yeah.
What is
Look at
wrong
that.
with
We're
you?
terrible.
Dude,
people.
I've seen someone else do it. It was so crazy, bro. We were playing tag, and this guy, like, it was like an anime scene. He jumped and then he kicked the fuck out of his foot, and this kid tumbles over. It was awful, but it was crazy. It just looks so cinematic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what I want to do.
Okay.
To Danny DeVito.
Yeah, you kick him. He falls to the ground, face first. He's
Does
on-
he let go of the bracelet?
He doesn't seem to. It seems very football-esque, where he's kind of keeping it
Okay.
close to his core.
Then when he falls, I do want to like.
Beat him up.
I need to continuities. I don't know if I expressed before. I'm not in uniform,
Right.
right? Have we expressed previously that I have a gun on me if I am not in uniform? I don't remember if we've ever talked about that. I don't want to materialize it now if it hasn't already been addressed.
I can run back and get that revolver.
True.
I don't. It's never been
Honestly, I
confirmed
was
nor
wondering why you
denied.
dropped it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's this is up to you type thing. Because I personally don't remember us coming to a conclusion on that
Okay.
specifically.
I mean, if it is, it's probably concealed.
Yeah, that's what I would think. I think I don't know. You know, I'm gonna ignore it for now because I don't think I particularly need it for this situation. But if I do think, damn, it'd be sick to have a gun here, I'll probably just roll for it and let the fates decide.
If you do, you can always use a flashback and you can have the gun.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like you took it from the cop car as you.
Oh
Yeah.
right, I did take a cop car. Okay, okay, whatever. He falls. I want to like do the thing where you put one knee on the small of the back, one knee on the back of the neck.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just say drop the bracelet, and I won't have to hurt you.
Okay. He's lying there on the ground, and you see him kind of squirm a little bit, and then he pulls his hands out from under himself, and kind of does the like.
I'm not resisting. type
Yeah,
deal.
the putting his hands up,
Yeah,
but like on the ground.
yeah.
Mhm.
But I saw him clutch the bracelet as he fell. So like,
That's yeah.
okay. I want to like, I guess, do the thing where they like rest your arms behind your back and then pick them up
Okay.
off the ground.
Yeah, you pick him up off the ground. There is no bracelet.
Jesus Christ! Can I like pat him down?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like roll for it?
No.
Okay, I pat him down. While like I guess half pat him down, like still trying to maintain control and just like tap his pockets and junk.
You don't feel it. What you do see, though, out of the periphery of your vision is there are some other carnival folk hanging out in this like stall that you're currently in front of. And one of them is dangling your bracelet.
I hate carnivals, dude.
Bro!
I hate carnivals. I'm so annoyed. Fuck, man. I guess I'll just shove Danny DeVito to the side and keep chasing the bracelet.
Into the water or forward? Because you're right next to the water.
This is crazy. This played in my head, and I was like, if we're close to the water, I'm gonna shove him in the water. I didn't even realize like this exact scene happened at the end of the last episode. Yeah, I guess I'll shove him in the water and like head
Okay.
towards
Yeah, you
idiot
shove him into the
dangling a
water,
bracelet.
and there's a pretty decent sized sploosh. And you see, it looks to be two other carnival folk hanging out, and they smile at you pretty menacingly.
Sick.
And they
Love that for me.
they have your bracelet. They put it under a big coconut shell,
Oh.
and they go and they mix it all
They
up.
know about my fear of coconuts. No, I'm just kidding.
He's allergic to coconut.
OP.
Is this when I show up?
You round the corner and you see what's happening with Alex. It's around the time that you get to this bridge, though, that you see your spook again.
No.
Man. Where is she? Is she going towards the fun house as well?
She's right here,
Oh, man,
On the island,
she's so
towards
close.
the Ferris wheel.
towards the back of it.
Oh, she just wants to ride a Ferris wheel with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I start running towards her. Good luck, Alex.
Damn. Okay.
I don't want him to think that I'm like about to back him up. Yeah.
That's fair.
So she is back here,
Yeah, I follow.
and she goes across this bridge
I follow.
past the oasis.
Jesus Christ.
No.
And
She's going to the Cave of Wonder.
Let me know if you
into-
stop at any point.
the Cave of Wonder. I think I have an S. Cave of Wonders.
Yeah, just like Aladdin. Okay, so I step into the Cave of Wonders.
You step into the cave and it goes immediately down. There are lots of semi-rickety wooden steps
That's
that
classic.
just descend.
Classic carnival.
And it gets darker and darker the more you look down. And there's a few over the head lights that show that this cave was designed to look like a real cave on the inside too, right? You've got some stalactites and stalagmites. You've got some like maybe geode-esque looking rocks here and there that kind of sparkle. But the stairs just keep going down, down, down.
Can I peer through the mist to see, like, it going too far down sounds like a lot of work for a normal carnival.
Mm-hmm.
So can I peer through the mist and see if this is a normal cave or if it has like magical properties?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. That is 8 total.
It's not magical. That's for sure.
Okay.
Knowing what you know about how stages are sometimes designed as, and working on construction yourself, knowing that this gradient is probably not
Oh, it's not that steep.
correct. It seems like it's steep because of the visuals they placed around it.
Okay.
And you do feel like you are walking down forever, but in the back of your mind, you're like, this is some sort of illusion.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Okay.
But not magical.
Okay. I keep following her.
Okay. You keep following her.
Have I already given her a name in canon?
No.
Okay.
I was calling her Yuri in my head.
Yuri?
But that's just because it's Euricity or something like that.
Yuri is a really male-sounding name in my headcanon.
Sure.
But
I see it as like more like pretty gender neutral.
I think it's pretty androgynous, yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
But she's your fiance. You can name her.
No, I've known at least one Yuri,
Okay.
Yuri Tavares.
While you're
But-
figuring that out, I'm going to head over to Olivia.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Olivia, my love. What's up?
Olivia's
How we
dating Dog.
doing?
Not great.
What we-
We're going through this tunnel.
Okay, so you're crawling through the tunnel again?
Yeah.
Okay. You finally get to the point where you were at when all hell broke loose. You keep going. It's only a couple feet more before you reach the end of it. And when you reach the end, you kind of pop yourself up from your crawling position, and you notice that this looks just like the bar from work.
Jesus. I hate this.
There is all of the tables are set up the way they normally would be. You've got the big bar that you're normally behind, with the beautiful gilded mirrors behind it and all of the various types of alcohol placed on mirrored glass shelves. It's identical.
Is there anyone in here?
Doesn't seem to be. Do you want to investigate, though?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll that for me. While you're doing that, Alex, my friend, they have just shell gamed your bracelet. What are you doing?
Do they look? Can we describe them in a little more detail? I know they're menacing circus people.
Mhm.
But like, are they jacked menacing circus people? Like, can I take them?
Yeah, so that's a good question. They seem to be oddly, maybe not so oddly, really. They seem to be just average looking circus people. They do look a little unkempt. Not that normal circus people do, but knowing that this carnival has not been open, and seeing the state of these people, you might be able to deduce that they probably live here. And they probably don't have access to a lot of society's like normal things. Like they look a little thin. They're probably not eating a lot. They look a little dirty. They're probably not showering a lot. They seem a little, even with all of that, they do seem like they are pretty, how do I describe this? They seem like they are they mean to be doing what they're doing right now. They don't seem like they are.
They seem like
crazy
together enough that they know what they're doing.
Yes. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I actually appreciate that because that was gonna be my next question. How good am I at seashell games, at coconut games?
I don't know. That's
is that investigate?
Question.
Like how to like what core move would that be?
I would say that's probably an investigate.
Okay.
That's what I would guess.
Fuck it. I'll do it. I'll give them one game.
Okay.
And then I'm a bad
and
loser.
They shuffle things around and they say, pick the right one and you win a prize. And they smile at you again.
It's gonna be like that chick in the fountain. That makes no sense to anyone but me. Investigate. I have alert. Oh. I also have 2 ear, which I think does make sense in this scenario. Like I think I'm like impatient. I don't think police connection works for like carnival games.
Probably not. Although we did say that it worked
sleight
for
of hand at noticing it.
Yeah, and we did say that it worked for that one thing where like you look at stuff and you cover it up. And then you have to remember how many things were in the thing.
True.
So I feel like this is a similar idea where it's like, this is the one it started on. I'll say that works.
And sorry, for the attention that I got, it's back to 0 now.
Yep.
Do I just start marking it again like normal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So. Also, when it comes to spooked, and let me know if this doesn't make sense. This makes sense to me. I feel like I've seen enough things get explained up to this point that I'm less spooked.
Yeah, I would agree. I think your spooked status is gone. I would say you have more adrenaline now than you have spooked. Unless you think something else would make more sense.
No, I think maybe adrenaline. I think annoyed.
Yeah. Yeah. Annoyed. I'm going to let you give yourself the tier. How annoyed are you?
I don't think I'm like annoyed. I think it's probably 1 because like I'm annoyed enough to be like this fucking blows, but I think I'm together enough to still be like I think my desire to get to the bottom of it, so the least amount of people are hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not annoyed enough to like supersede that.
Yeah.
So I think it's more just like fuck, dude. Like fuck. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just annoyed.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and change your card.
Cool.
While we're talking about the other statuses that everybody has, do you feel like you still have adrenaline, or do you feel like something else makes more sense to you?
It's either adrenaline or just like a fight or flight response. I mean, I think adrenaline still kind of like falls into that category.
Okay, I am going to say that you are now at an adrenaline 2.
Valid.
Potentially creeping up on 3. I don't feel like being kidnapped sounds very fun.
Okay. Am I noticing anything different yet?
Give me 1 second and I will
Okay.
answer that. Joseph,
I am very spooked.
you are very spooked. So you're no longer curious.
Mm-hmm.
You are spooked.
Spookiest.
Okay.
Yep. Should I mark
Would you
that
say
as
a
1 or 2?
spooked 2 then?
2. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Burning a power tag gives you an automatic 10? Or an
Yeah, it's
automatic-
7 plus 3
Mm-hmm.
for the purposes of like you get X amount of clues equal to your power. Your power is 3.
Okay. But you when you burn a tag, you don't add tags like you normally would. You just take the 7 plus 3?
Yes.
Okay.
To answer your question, the last thing you felt was wood planks
Mhm.
and then dirt, right? You're continuing to feel dirt beneath your feet until you get to a certain point and they kind of prop you up into more of a standing position and walk you backwards. And you start feeling maybe some sort of like tile or linoleum or
You made that word up.
something.
Okay. Like, are they like shoving me back?
No, they are still dragging you back, but they're instead of like dragging you with your heels on the ground, they're pulling you backwards and you're kind of stumbling back with them, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like think like a hostage situation where they're using somebody as like a human shield and they're kind of walking with that person. Similar vibe. You're not.
Does it still sound like there's only one person nearby? Like the person that's manhandling me?
Yeah, it seems to be one person.
Okay. I
Headbutt.
would like to use the power stop holding back
Oof.
to try and because normally I have to like open the book and then warp myself back into the library. I want to try doing it without looking at the book.
Okay.
So when you use your powers in a new and never before seen way or scale, tell the MC what you hope to achieve. I want to get back there with just me.
Mhm.
If I'm not bagged, like with the bag over my head or the gag in, that would be awesome.
Mhm.
But I guess we'll see how I roll on it. The MC will tell you the sacrifice it will take from you, which is either like significant, no return, or ultimate. Significant, self-explanatory, all the way up to ultimate, where you are killed, destroyed, or transformed forever.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but it sounds to me like it's more significant.
I would need to read those because that does not occur on my
I can't.
MC.
I imagine
thing.
ultimate. You get there, and you are just a book.
Yeah.
On the ground.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, bro. We're the same, you and I.
And the muses are like, another one.
Another, yeah,
And
literally,
just
like this has
puts it
happened
back
before.
in, and then that's it.
Oh.
The end of his story.
Dude.
Dude, we should write shit, bro.
We should.
Fuck this podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that it's significant. It says on a 7 to 9, mark fade or crack and burn all the power tags on the one theme. On a 10 plus, mark fade or crack on one theme. So to me, that makes most sense for what you're about to do.
Oh, so on a 10 plus, you just mark fade or crack. You don't burn all your tags.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, then roll plus logos, which is kind of interesting. So I get +2 to this. Oh, buddy.
Say it.
That's 2 6s.
Oh my god, he's crazy.
For a total of 14.
He's
Awesome.
crazy.
Yeah. You start to feel this new surface under your feet. You kind of sense that there's only the one person. And you're not sure if it's going to work, but you're willing to bet that you can do this without the book.
Mhm.
So you go ahead and essentially you think really hard. You focus
I-
on
there's
the
no place like
library.
home.
Now, I imagine that, like, because I can kind of like feel the book, like not like the physical manifestation of it, but just kind of like
The vibes.
the vibes of it.
Mhm.
So I imagine I'm just kind of like, as I'm being dragged, where you can like disassociate yourself, like your physical body is still like trying to jerk and like get away from everything, but like
Mhm.
internally, he's kind of like, it's almost like he feels like he's just sitting at a desk and just kind of like watching this all unfold. But he's like looking down at this empty desk, and then is just trying to like force a book into existence.
Mhm.
And you're able to. And then you're in the library.
Do I have the bag over my head?
You do.
Fuck.
Just take it off.
Just take it off.
You're not like tied up.
You're chilling.
Yeah, I'm not tied up, am I?
No.
Sweet.
Yeah, you're gagged. but
The music, like, what have you been doing?
Bruh.
Yeah, rip that off, rip the gag out, and fuck.
yeah.
Oh God.
That's where I'd like to leave that.
Yeah. We're gonna pop on over to Alex.
I want to burn alert so that I can just very well. I want to be super focused
Mhm.
because in my brain I'm like, I think I walk up to this dumb little like booth,
Mhm.
and if like I imagine like burning the alert tag and that alert being replaced by annoyed.
Mhm.
As I like am like, fine, I'll play your stupid fucking game. And so I want to burn alert to
Okay.
be really good at winning this dumbass game.
Yep.
And for future reference, until it's no longer burned, you can't use that tag.
But that does give you an automatic success on
Mhm.
that. So we said it was going to be an investigate roll, right? So you're able to deduce which one is which after they've shuffled it up quite a bit, and you pick it, and you can see this frustration and disappointment on their eyes when they lift up their little shell and it's your bracelet. And they say, well, fair is fair. And they give you your bracelet back.
Thank God. Shit, maybe they're not so bad. You know what I'm saying?
As they do this, though, they do run out of the shack, and they go opposite directions. One of them to the left towards the entrance, one of them towards the right towards the way the tire tracks were going.
Is Danny DeVito still in the water?
He has since climbed out.
Is he still there?
He's not.
Golly. I think in my brain, fuck, man. I think I'm less worried about them and more worried about them.
Mhm.
I pointed to the table mates for you audio listeners.
Mhm.
I don't know where OP went.
Mhm.
I guess I think I'm gonna start running to the
Fun
mirror.
house?
Yes, thank you. The fun house, the
Okay.
mirror house, because I want to make sure that everyone else is okay.
Which way do you go?
This way, I think this seems like the most direct path, right? Like through here and then across the other bridge.
Yeah,
Sure.
front of the Ferris
Um,
wheel.
I think at this point I would also check my phone. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
I want to send a text that says I got robbed, and then have to play a stupid carnival. Like is what I'm thinking. Like just like send an update,
Yeah.
and then I think I would notice the missed call
Mhm.
from Olivia, and then try calling her back.
Go for it.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop.
Olivia, do you answer?
And I'm also going to see that the missed call was like 4 minutes ago. So if you don't answer, I'm going to be annoyed. Because I'm going to be like, it's been 4 minutes. I'm just kidding. But that happens
Unless anything weird has popped up in here, I do answer.
We left off with you investigating, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What was your roll?
9.
9?
Yeah.
Okay. And was that just a roll, or was that with power tags?
Oh. That was just the roll, but oh wait, no. The roll was 8. But I wanted to argue grounding techniques because one of my grounding techniques is like looking at the things around me
Mm-hmm.
and being like, that is a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
That is a book. Like just to kind of like gain a sense of reality.
Mhm.
And this will be at least feels like a very familiar place to me
Mm-hmm.
that I've done that before.
I would absolutely give that to you. I would also like to remind you that you have hyper focus as well.
Okay, so then
So-
11.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Yeah. You're nosing. What's up?
I do also want to note that since I've been braceleted,
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point I would turn it into like a kind of like a pocket knife sized knife
Okay.
and keep it like
You want to
in my
be me so
hand.
bad.
I just want to have it not be in bracelet form so that like it is more difficult at this point to take it from me.
Okay. Yeah.
And a
Me?
knife just seems like the smallest thing.
Yeah, I guess grabbing a knife. Ill-advised.
Yeah, right. They're not gonna go. Gotcha, not like you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that. I just want to make that note.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thank you for noting that. I think that's really smart. Yeah. So Olivia, you're looking around this bar, and while it looks very similar, you do notice that it is definitely cheaply made, right? It's not the same
Like,
quality. It's kind
Similar
of like
to the set.
exactly.
I'm not going to drink anything.
Stools are bombs.
You but you do notice that there is like a good amount of attention to detail. Down to even like some of the certain stains that have been left on the bar stools near the
Oh.
counter. Like you are like, wow, yeah, I look at that every night when I clean up.
Damn.
That's annoying. But it's at this moment that Alex starts calling you.
I pick up.
Hey, sorry, Mr. Call. What's up?
Someone took the professor. I couldn't get out of the mirror room. They took him, I think, outside of the fun house. I had to keep going forward, but now I'm in like kind of like what they did with David's house. I'm not going to touch anything, but I don't know
Okay.
what to do.
Are you in any immediate danger right now?
No, please try and find the professor.
Okay.
They yanked him out of there. Please try and find where
Okay.
they took him.
I will look for him. Did you see OP at all?
No.
Okay. I don't know where he is. He
I
said,
have
"Good luck,
no idea.
Alex," and then disappeared. I'll find him too, but I'll find the professor first.
Okay.
Okay. Bink. I hate that shit.
It's a weird little pot. Audience.
Oh.
Just trying to explain to
guess
listeners,
now-
but then I fucked up.
Now I'll still make my way towards the funhouse because that's
Okay.
the last place I knew they were. But I'm gonna keep.
I would have told you to not actually go in the fun house.
I'm going that direction. I'm
Okay.
gonna look to see if I see any
I just
signs.
want to make sure. I didn't remember if I had told you that.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna look and then look in that general area to see if I see any signs of like
Drag
this is where he went. Yeah. You say traffic?
Drag mark.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was like traffic. I guess like maybe they took him in a car.
After you get off the phone with Alex, there's a brief sense of relief that at least somebody knows besides you that the professor is somewhere. And then you hear a voice over a speaker says, "Why don't you come closer to the mirror, Olivia?"
Why would I?
I think it's time you look at yourself a little closer. Do some introspection.
I just walked through a hall of mirrors. That dog in the rain going crazy.
But did you really look inwards while you were in that room?
No, I was looking for my brother. And then I was looking for my friend who was snatched. Can you blame me?
No, that does sound worrying.
Who are you?
What a great question.
Sounds like you need to look in a mirror yourself.
I've been looking in a mirror. It sounds like you haven't, though. With that, we're heading over to OP.
Oh, I was going to look in a mirror.
I've decided my fiance's name is Day Curie.
Okay.
All right, like Marie Curie, but I spelled it weird, so it's like anagram of Eurydice. That's
Okay.
it. Cool.
So her first name's Day, or her full name is...
Her first name's Day.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Dey.
Okay. You finally get to the bottom of these stairs after what feels like forever.
And I am going to be like calling out her name at this point.
Day. And you see her, like a faint silhouette of her the entire time, but she doesn't stop. You get down to the bottom and you see a well-lit merry-go-round.
Oh.
That has all sorts of different animals for patrons to ride on. But these animals seem more like mythical beasts. There are some serpents. There's what looks to be maybe a minotaur. There's some lions with 3 heads. All sorts of different beasts. And it's not moving yet, but
Okay.
that is what you see.
And
the math rock has intensified. It is
okay.
definitely coming from down here.
Okay. Which way did my fiance go? Did I see her?
You didn't see her.
Okay. I'm gonna look for a door, or like a tunnel. That.
Go ahead and roll investigate. The
Okay.
reason I'm having you roll this is because the lighting is such that the merry-go-round itself is well lit, and everything else around it is very shadowed.
Okay. Can I use backstage knowledge for this then? Because I am used to weird lighting conditions like that, being
Sure.
behind the
Yeah.
scenes. And then I think that's it. So 1.
Sure. Are you subtracting your spooked?
Oh no, I did not. So 4.
Okay.
I got a 4.
You don't really see much, but you do get a closer look at all of these animals, and
Mhm.
they do seem to be each animal is from Greek mythology.
Okay. Man.
I don't know if there's a 3-headed lion. I just was trying to figure out
No,
beasts.
there's a chimera, which is like it has a lion head and a goat head and a
Maybe
dragon.
that's okay. Cool.
Yeah,
That's
what you were
probably what
thinking.
I was picturing.
Yep.
Because I was like, I don't want to say there's like a goat, but there is a goat.
There is, yeah.
There is a goat. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
there's also a 3-headed dog for real. That is a thing down there.
Oh,
so there's a
perfect.
3-headed dog. There's the chimera. There's the minotaur. There's
Snake.
a
you
great
said.
serpent.
Okay.
It's like a nymph-looking
Okay.
thing.
Man. Okay. Can I don't know, does peer through the mist like matter at this point? Because like it's pretty like I know that it has some sort of mythological tie, but
I think we'll find that it's all just a set again.
yeah.
just like David's apartment.
I think it also depends on the questions you're asking, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you in particular have
I understand animals.
more than just like a check the vibe thing through the mist. Like you've got like your ghosty thing, you've got animal things, you've sensed out vibes before. Does that make sense? So I think I'm not saying either way. I just think that there could be an argument to do it, even though.
Yeah, I'll try and peer through the mist. And I got a 6.
Did you add your mythos?
Yep, those are with my 2 mythos. That's a 6.
Not doing so hot.
I'm not. I'm rolling terribly right now.
I get it. If I just saw my dead fiance walk by, I wouldn't be the sharpest either.
I am quite spooked. Are you reading the "What if they fail at everything" portion?
No, I'm just trying to
handbook?
see what I like.
What is obvious enough to
feasibly give you.
The little entry for that, if they fail at everything, it's just
A little shrugging guy. Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be anything mystical down here. But you do get the overwhelming sense of heat.
Heat. Okay. Okay. Last ditch effort. I would like to follow the music. Can I tell where it is coming from and maybe find a tunnel or a door that way? Or is there a speaker in here?
There's a speaker in here.
Okay.
But you could follow the wires.
I would like to do that.
Okay. You follow the wires to the speaker. Because just as the rest of this carnival seems to be, there's not a lot of cable management going on.
Hate that.
But you follow it to this kind of trap door in the floor in the corner of this cave.
Okay.
You didn't notice it before, probably because you were looking for more of like an actual door. But you do notice that it kind of slips. The cables kind of slip in into this door, and as you kind of like put your weight on it, you can feel that there is space under there.
Okay.
Do you want to go into it?
Yes, I would like to go into it, and I would like to leave it like blatantly open. So if someone tries to follow me down here, maybe, if they can guess where I went, then it'll be like more apparent that
which way you went.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That this is a door that I went this way. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You open the door, and you see that there's like one of those like service ladders, kind of. You see them a lot backstage, or
Yep.
like similar on.
Yeah, and like towers and things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And hand over hand, you climb down the ladder, and you notice that there is a small control room that seems to be powering the cave itself.
Okay.
There's like a monitor, like a speaker type. It's not like there's not like cameras necessarily down here, but it is like you can tell that there's a couple switches that are specifically for the merry-go-round that wasn't moving when you were down there, or I guess up there now. That there is some of the little sliders for the music. And as you look around, in the corner, cowering, is one of the carnival workers. And that's where we're going to end today.
What?
Oh, man.
I wanted to look in the mirror. I shouldn't have argued. I want to know.
I want to know so much.
There's always next week.
There's always next week, unless we die.
Why would you say that?
Like in game. Because then our
I
characters
stand by my statement.
I'm stressed, man. And when I
Also,
I'm so sweaty.
heal the world through comedy.
we'll still play for like a few seconds at least if our characters die next week.
True, but to them they would have died tonight. So that's what I meant.
Yeah,
like, it was a
but-
play on like meta. Because there's not a next week if we die next week. Because we would have died tonight.
It's the mathing.
The math is mathing.
Is
I'm
that-
just
Is that
not
temporal?
responding.
It's a temporal.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's a layer.
Okay.
It's an onion joke.
Later,
guys.
Stacey.
You guys smell like
Bye.
Says-
you smell like these circus.
Also, I'm so fucking
What?
stoked that I've
they
got.
smell. They don't shower, dude. They live here. My power attack is scrumdiddlyumptious. Every piece of food I prepare is really, really good.
Worth it.
I'm the mythos of mom.
So wholesome. The weakness tag is the chancla.
True. I don't know if
Or is
that's
that a
weak-
weapon?
I was about to
That's
say,
a
I don't know if
relic.
That's a relic.
I don't know.
The weakness tab would be
None of these
bedtime.
really make sense.
And every time you have to do shit after 9 p.m., you get a -1.
A weakness would be I don't have a favorite sibling or I don't have a favorite child. And then like anytime that you have to pick between tasks for your kids or like pick between your children for any sort of reason, like it's just a -1 because you really don't have a favorite. Unless you do.
Unless you do. A weakness tag is. I like this character we're making up. I like how we're only giving her weakness tags. But,
It's because moms are cracked. They
Children
need
are
weakness
just a
tags.
weakness.
but
Goodness gracious.
consequences of your own actions, and every time you try to help someone resolve something that is their own fault, you get a -1 to helping them. As you scold them because they wouldn't be in this mess in the first place if they listened to you.
Honestly. I don't know which one.
Ooh,
makes
but
the
they
most
get
sense.
a +1 to immunity because kids are petri dishes. And so they're used to having lots of yucky things come home.